Having briefly reviewed the examples, the two trolley examples, the trolley example and the fat man example, let's now take a look at the arguments that I asked you to formulate as an exercise. And we're just going to go over the formulations. Now, the first position or the first argument we want to take is answers the question that is it right to turn the trolley? And there was a majority opinion said yes. So the conclusion, and we're going to call this the turn the trolley argument, sorry. The conclusion was that the right thing to do is to turn the trolley. It's a moral conclusion, okay. And the principle that we used was to get there was if we can save 5 people by killing one, then the right thing to do is to kill the one person. And the other premise we need is something connecting this principle to the trolley example, and that is that turning the trolley would save 5 people by killing one person. Okay, so that's the formulation of the argument. And we notice, the order. We have a moral principle, we have a factual principle about the trolley case that's going to tie that moral reason to a moral conclusion, and then we have the moral conclusion that the right thing to do is to turn the trolley. Okay, now to take the minority position, that is, we shouldn't turn the trolley, the don't turn the trolley argument. The conclusion of that argument is that the right thing to do is not to turn the trolley. Now, again, there was a moral principle that was invoked for the minority position, that being it's wrong to kill one person even if it saves 5 lives, or it's just wrong to kill an innocent person even if it saves 5 lives. Turning the trolley would save 5 people by killing one, therefore the conclusion. So that is the don't turn the trolley argument. The argument that would express a really good reason for the people who held the minority opinion. Okay, now let's turn to the other 2 arguments from the fat man example. Now the question, is it right to throw the fat man off the bridge? And those who, they were in the minority in this case, said that yes, it was. But so we have throw the fat man off the bridge argument. The conclusion being the right thing to do, it should say, is to throw the fat man off the bridge. Okay, now why is that the right thing to do? And the moral principle that we invoke is if we can save 5 people by killing one, then the right thing to do is to kill the one. Same principle that we did in the majority of opinion. Even in the fat man example, here it's the minority opinion. Now the second premise, that was the moral premise. Now the factual premise tying that moral principle to the moral conclusion is that throwing the fat man off the bridge would save 5 people by killing one. Now moving on to the last example, that is the one that answers the question, is it right not to throw the fat man off the bridge? They know it is not right. In other words, it's wrong. And that was the majority opinion in the fat man example. So we formulate the don't throw the fat man off the bridge argument as follows. The conclusion, that is, it's wrong to kill, the moral premise is it's wrong to kill one person, even if it saves 5 people, or it's wrong to kill an innocent person, regardless of whether it saves 5 people or not. Throwing the fat man off the bridge would save 5 people by killing one, and therefore the conclusion is, this argument is that the right thing to do is not to throw the fat man off the bridge. Okay, now we have 5 arguments. And remember, we're using arguments as a way to help us inquire or discover the right conclusion. And now the question is, how are we going to go about doing it? So let's turn to that now.